Hello and a very warm welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Global TV News Cycle live in Nigeria's capital, Abuja. I'm Uyi Agumofwebe. President Bola Tinubu has extended his sympathies to the family of late Chief of Army Staff, Major General Chris Ali, and the Nigerian Army over his passing on Sunday. President Tinubu's sympathies were contained in a statement by Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Ajire Ngelale, on Monday. The late Major General Ali was the Chief of Army Staff from 1993 to 1994 when he retired from service. Mourning Ali, President Tinubu described his passing as a painful loss, saying he served his country faithfully. Major General Ali held other important positions in the Nigerian Army, such as Director of Military Intelligence (DMI), before his elevation to Chief of Army Staff. He was a respected importance of education and collaboration in propelling the nation towards a brighter future. He said universities should take the lead in Nigeria's quest for social, economic, and political development. Addressing the University of Ibadan Muslim Graduates Association (UIMGA) at the grand reception organized in his honor in Ibadan, Shetima, who was represented by Special Assistant to the President on Special Duty, Office of the Vice President, Jamiu Abiola, paid tribute to the University of Ibadan for shaping his worldview and instilling in him the values of public service. According to a statement by spokesman Stanley Nkocha, Shetima commended the UIMGA for its remarkable contributions to society, highlighting their initiatives in providing scholarships and conducting workshops, organizing awareness campaigns, and hosting public lectures on critical developmental issues. Let's take a look at other stories for you. The federal government has resolved the passport production crisis in the United States of America as the 3 missions have resumed passport services. According to a public notice posted in the Embassy of Nigeria, Washington, D.C., all passports applicants scheduled earlier for biometrics are expected to come through the mission on Monday. The Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Olukayode Ariwola, will swear in 58 new Senior Advocates of Nigeria (SANs) on November 27, 2023 at the main courtroom of the Supreme Court as part of the programs lined up for the 2023-2024 legal year of the court. In line with the age-long tradition, the CJN will, during the special court session, deliver a State of the Judiciary address that would highlight the performance of the apex courts and the Nigerian judiciary in general in the 2022-2023 legal year. Meanwhile, the Court of Appeal sitting in Abuja has affirmed the election of Governor Hyacinth Alia of Benue State. It dismissed the appeal by the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and its candidates in the last governorship election, Titus Uba. PDP and Uba had challenged the September 23 judgment of the Governorship Election Petitions Tribunal, which dismissed their petition against the return of Alia. Alia contested on the platform of the All Progressives Congress (APC) as the winner of the governorship election held on March 18. A 3-member panel in a unanimous judgment resolved the 3 issues that were for determination against the appellants. It held that the appeal was without merit. FCT Primary Health Care Board has declared its commitment to eradicating the circulating poliovirus type 2, which has the capability to mutate. During a media briefing to mark the 2023 Maternal, Newborn and Child Health Week, the acting executive secretary of the FCT Primary Health Care Board, Dr. Yakubu Mohammed, revealed that the board is escalating efforts through comprehensive vaccinations to uphold a zero transmission level. The PHCB Executive Secretary said the exercise will run for a week across the 6 area councils of the FCT, targeting children from 0 to 59 months for oral vaccines, with 1,274,417 population to be vaccinated. The Colleges of Education Academic Staff Union on Monday commended the President Bola Tinubu for listening to the voice of reasoning by suspending the deduction of 40% from the internally generated revenues (IGR) of federal government-owned tertiary institutions in the country. President Tinubu, via the Minister of Education, Tahiru Mamman, at the University of Ibadan in Oyo State last Friday, announced the suspension of the policy, which received widespread criticism from academic unions such as COEA, the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, and the Academic Staff Union of Polytechnics, ASUP, among others. Director of Federal Scholarship Board, Atwa Njajiwo, has called on prospective candidates to be disciplined and focused during the exercise. She gave the charge during the 2024-2025 Commonwealth Scholarship and Fellowship Plan nomination exercise in Abuja. Global TV's education correspondent Sobura Uthman was at the opening ceremony. Now brings us details.
The director said the Commonwealth Fellowship Plan is highly prestigious as the award covers the awardee and their spouses. Hence, applicants should be focused and dedicated throughout the screening process.
This year, about 2,000 applicants applied through the electronic application system, the EAS. The CSFP is highly prestigious as the award covers the awardees and their spouses. Hence, you should be disciplined and focused during the exercise. I wish to use this opportunity to urge our erudite and credible panelists to continue to adhere to the set criteria of the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission with a view to presenting the usual high-quality candidates.
She urged panelists to continue to adhere to the established criteria for the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission with a view to presenting the usual high-quality candidates for the minister's endorsement. Inaugurating the panelists, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, Andrew Adejo, noted that applications and submissions will be graded based on academic background, quality of study plan, and likely development impact on completion of the study. It is imperative to present their application based on strongest relevance to national development.
The application and submissions will be graded based on academic merits, quality of your study plan, and likely development impact on completion of your study. It is therefore imperative to further inform you that the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission's nomination criteria gives high priority to application that presents the strongest relevance to national development. In this wise, I want to encourage you all, like the director had already said, to remain disciplined, focused during the interview sessions to enable you qualify for nomination.
Since inception in 1959, more than 30,000 individuals have so far benefited from the awards, and majority of the awardees from Nigeria have returned to make significant contributions to the development of the nation, particularly across the tertiary institution. Sobura Uthman, Global Television News, Abuja.
Emirates Airlines says to resume flights operations in and out of Nigeria soon, following discussions aimed at resolving the differences between Nigerian government and its United Arab Emirates counterparts. Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development Festus Keyamo, who disclosed this after attending the 2023 Dubai Air Show in the UAE, also said the UAE government has granted approval to the Nigerian carrier Air Peace to fly direct into and out of Dubai. In a statement by the head press and public affairs of the ministry, Odutayo Oluseyi, said the minister also visited the pavilions of leading aviation and aerospace industries to inspect technologies that could be of use in driving his 5-point agenda for the aviation industry in Nigeria. Keyamo also had useful discussions, he said, with the representatives of the companies who shared their insights and expertise, as well as showcased the latest technologies that their companies could offer. Let's take a look at stories from up north now. The Gombe State government has appealed to the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, to sustain its intervention in education, health, and nutrition, among others, across the state. The State Commissioner for Education, Ajia Aishetu Megari, who spoke on Monday in Gombe, the state capital, said the various interventions of the United Nations agency have been all-encompassing and have left no child behind. She noted that aside from education, the health and nutrition sector of the state are focal points that the state would continue to partner with humanitarian organizations. Earlier, the officer in charge of UNICEF Bauchi Field Office, Dr. Clement Adams, in his remarks, said the 2023 end-of-year review meeting, where the commissioner spoke, drew both governments and other partners from Gombe, Taraba, Adamawa, Bauchi, and Plateau states. He said the meeting was to reflect on what was done during the year under review and develop draft activities for the year 2024. He noted that UNICEF is developing a work plan for next year. The Defense Headquarters has launched a manhunt for the terrorists who attacked the convoy of Yobe State Governor Mai Mala Buni heading to Damaturu from Maiduguri when the terrorists ambushed the vehicles in the convoy. Although the governor was not in the convoy, top government officials, including Secretary to Yobe State Government, Baba Wali, and Special Advisor on Religious Affairs, among others, had traveled with the convoy. In a statement on Sunday night, Director of Defense Media Operation, Major General Edward Buba, explained that it took the intervention of troops from the 29th Task Force Brigade who were on patrol duty to rescue the victims and recover the two vehicles affected in the accident. According to him, the security personnel in the convoy who were injured during the incident include one military truck driver, 4 police escorts, and 1 DSS operative. The Kano State Police Command on Monday warned against any form of protest following the Court of Appeal's verdicts upholding the sacking of the state governor, Abba Yusuf. The command's spokesman, SP Abdullahi Kiyawa, in a press statement, said security operatives have credible information. A peace accord was signed on Thursday, November 16, 2023. The objective of the peace accord was to maintain harmony and ensure that the political landscape in the state remains peaceful, irrespective of the judgment's outcome. Members of the judiciary staff in Osun State on Monday locked entrance to the Osun State High Court in Osogbo, the state capital, in protest against the Chief Judge Adekbele Ojo and the management of the activities of the judiciary in the state. The protesting workers, led by Bengai Eludire, prevented movement into the premises. Armed with placards with inscriptions such as "Judiciary staff deserves better," "We are tired of oppression and stagnation," and "Unlawful suspension of judiciary staff without recourse to Judicial Service Commission is barbaric," among others, accused Ojo of refusal to pay wardrobe allowances of workers in the last 3 years. More details of this will come your way in our subsequent bulletin here on Global Television. Let's now turn to the southeastern parts of Nigeria, where Anambra State government, through the State Pilgrims Welfare Board, has changed its Christian pilgrimage routes from Israel to Rome and Greece for intending pilgrims. This is following war between Israel and Hamas, which has led to several casualties and unrests. The notification to that effect was contained in a press statement signed by the Senior Special Advisor to the State Governor on Pilgrims, Felicia Uzoma, and the Principal Executive Officer of the board, Obiora Nwenke, on Monday. The board said Rome and Greece were selected because they held immense historical and spiritual significance, offering an opportunity for profound experiences and deeper connections with the Christian faith. You're watching Global TV News Cycle, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. Well, Star Times Channel 276. Kindly follow us across social media platforms using @Global TV NG and other handles as you now see on your screen. When News Cycle returns, Messi's 2022 World Cup jerseys go for auction. The news continues shortly with details of these and other stories right after this break. Do stay with us. This is Global Television, bringing you live broadcasts of the news cycle from Nigeria's capital, Abuja, with Uyi Agumofwegbe. Let's jump to the foreign scene now, where Isabel Marbarak Ripoll, an international pop star professionally known as Shakira, has reached a deal with Spanish authorities in a tax fraud case. The deal was announced as before the singer's trial for tax evasion was meant to commence on Monday. In the suit, it was alleged that Shakira owed over 14.5 million euros on income earned between 2012 and 2014, while she listed the Bahamas as her primary residence during this period. Prosecutors claimed she had spent the majority of her time in Spain. With the deal, Shakira is now required to pay a 7.3 million euro fine with a suspended 3-year sentence. Shakira has constantly defended her innocence ever since the lawsuits became public. In July of 2022, prosecutors offered a deal that says the Hips Don't Lie singer rejected after she insisted on proving her innocence in the trial. Shakira also said she needed to move past, quote, the stress and emotional toll of the last several years, end of quote, to focus on our kids and career. Let's talk some business now. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has again postponed the meeting of its Monetary Policy Committee, MPC, despite the surge in inflation. The meeting, which was scheduled to be held on Monday and Tuesday, has been postponed for a second time since Olayemi Cardoso became governor in September. This latest postponement will keep investors and analysts waiting a bit longer for Dr. Cardoso's approach to surging inflation, which hit 27.33% in October 2023. The International Telecommunications Union, ITU, the United Nations arm in charge of global communications, is preparing for the development of next generation of technology, the G6, by 2030. ITU, of which Nigeria is a member, rose from its Radio Communication Assembly 2023, otherwise called RA23, concluded at the weekend in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, and charted a future direction in radio communication systems across member countries. The Assembly adopted a resolution that will guide the development of standards and radio interface technologies for the 6G of international mobile telecommunications, IMT systems. Among other outcomes, RA23 also adopted a resolution on gender equality to strengthen, accelerate, and widen active involvement of women in the ITU radio communication sector, ITUR. Still on the foreign scene, head of the Protestant Church in Germany has resigned amid accusations she turned a blind eye to allegations of sexual assault at the church she pastored in the 1990s. Ernst Koschus, a senior theologian who led Germany's largest Protestant federation, said on Monday that she had no knowledge of the alleged abuse at the time, but would step down to prevent damage to the church. The 60-year-old theologian has been dogged by media reports that she was informed, quotes, in detail of allegations of sexual abuse against a church colleague in the 90s and took no action. Some business now. The Nigerian Sovereign Investments Authority, NSIA, has launched a $500 million renewable investment platform for limitless energy in order to enjoy the benefits of innovation, growth, and economic transformation. Speaking on the partnership at the weekend, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the NSIA, Aminu Umar Sadiq, said that the collaboration between NSIA and the International Finance Corporation, IFC, is a clear demonstration of his dedication to sustainable energy transition in Nigeria. The program's manager of Ripple, Yusuf Umar, noted that Ripple is committed to empowering the customers with a resilient and environmentally friendly energy solution that will optimize productivity and reduce carbon footprints. African countries have called for an equitable and inclusive global tax system in the United Nations. The continent stated that a new framework convention on international tax cooperation had become necessary to rectify the historical imbalance in global tax governance and offer a more equitable platform for dialogue and decision-making. The leader of the African Group and permanent representative of the Republic of Zambia at the United Nations, Kola Melambo, said the proposal for a framework convention on international tax cooperation was not a mere policy document, but a beacon for hope for developing countries that have long sought a voice in the shaping of international tax norms. A bit of sports on the news now. A set of 6 jerseys that Lionel Messi wore during Argentina's victorious 2022 World Cup run will be auctioned in December, Sotheby's announced on Monday, estimating their value at $10 million. The football star donned these shirts during the first halves of the group stage rounds against Saudi Arabia and Mexico, as well as later games against Australia, the Netherlands and Croatia, and the final against France. The most expensive individual jersey ever sold at auction was one that basketball legend Michael Jordan wore during his NBA Finals run with the Chicago Bulls in 1998. It sold for $10.1 million last year. Auction houses have increasingly taken note of sports memorabilia in recent years, considered a growing market. Of course, it's a no-brainer why parents now throw their weight behind children who aspire to become football legends in the near future. And that's it on Global TV News Cycle. We are on Star Times, channel 276. Kindly follow us across social media platforms using that Global TV, NG, and other handles now showing on your screen. I'm Muyi Agumofwegbe. Thank you very specially for watching. I'll see you soon.
Tell your neighbor, tell them say you there. Tell them say you there. Tell your neighbor, tell them say you there. Tell them say you there.